Hello everybody and welcome back to the funniest tweets. This video is sponsored by the wonderful people over at Squarespace. Today we're going to be going into the Las Vegas Grand Prix, a circuit that has delivered, in my opinion, both times, and you have also delivered your memes, and of course a certain team will be featuring, but there were other blunders as well, so it's not just them. So let's get into it. Ferrari Traditions. Let's begin, shall we, with the first tweet, which comes in from Erica is Golden. I think I've seen this before. Stay out, stay out, stay out. This was Carlos Sainz, who, to this moment right now of recording, nothing has happened from him crossing the pit entry white line. Go back to Austria this year, I believe it was. Hamilton extended by about 1 inch, 1 millimeter, 1 centimeter, got a 5-second penalty. Where is Carlos's? Now, I know there was a lot of chaos that was unfolding because of it, and this is the meme to sort of describe that, where Carlos was told to come in, then at the very last second, told to stay out, stay out. It was giving very sort of Hamilton, Germany, in, stay out kind of vibes. And Carlos, instead of committing to the pit lane, like Ocon did, but I guess maybe slightly different in the way those two situations panned out, just literally cut back over across the track and then continued on. Now, I know some people might argue, well, he didn't affect anyone, but that's not the reason the ruling is there. It's for safety. And you can't just sort of go, well, you know, he did it, but it was fine. No one got hurt. So, yeah, I still have no idea how he did not get a penalty for that. At F1 Friends 2023. Pit Stop Traditions. I was not ready for this today. A bit strange. I do wonder, because of course it happened with Ocon and Alpine as well. When you call the driver in, surely it's 99% of the time it's fine. But how what you make the call. Everyone should know the call, then they get ready for the pit stop. Did they lose a tyre? Did they lose a wheel gun, even though they're definitely there in the pit? I don't know, but it was odd that it happened twice, and Ocon literally just drove past. At JXDE_75, Carlos begging to pit. This was an interesting one, wasn't it? Where he was essentially pleading Ferrari to pit him, and whether that was because he knew that Charles was on his back and there was going to potentially be something there and perhaps Charles would have got the advantage. I don't know. But either or, Ferrari weren't listening. They were like, no, we've got the A to Z plan list and what you're saying does not fit any of them. But of course, then all of the chaos unfolded anyway. So it was a bit of a disaster, which actually didn't end up too bad because there was no penalty given, which is still strange. If you're looking to create a stunning website, Squarespace is your go-to platform. It's an all-in-one solution that really empowers entrepreneurs. I've been using it, and let me tell you, the experience has been fantastic. One of my favourite features is Design Intelligence. It combines 2 decades of design expertise with AI, helping you craft a personalised website that truly reflects your brand. It's like having a design expert by your side. Then there's Squarespace Payments, where managing transactions is so simple. You can accept a variety of payment methods, making it super convenient for your customers. And let's not forget Blueprint AI. This tool helps you build a custom site in just a few clicks. It takes your basic info and transforms it into a beautifully designed website, complete with curated content that matches your aesthetic. If you want to give it a try, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, check out squarespace.com/P1 to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Trust me, you won't regret it. Verstappen champion. Right, let's get into it. Max Verstappen, of course, 4-time champion of the world. An absolutely unbelievable performance this season. Shows that he can fight for a world champion. As long as the car is somewhat there, he can fight for a world championship. Would be interesting to see if he hadn't have dominated the start of the season, how it would have gone to Abu Dhabi. But still, he did what he needed to do. And perhaps his teammate didn't. At Polski Polak _2, when your teammate just won the World Drivers' Championship and you finished 10th, but you're just a chill guy. I have about 50% understanding of this meme, but it seems funny, and the dog looks like a chill guy. So you can see I'm being pretty meme relevant right now. But yes, Checo, P10. Now, Red Bull isn't the fastest car, but P10, he did do an amazing double overtake, but still finished P10. At Erica is Golden, Max Verstappen dragging that Red Bull car to a world championship. Yeah, it has to be said. At times, Red Bull third, fourth fastest car perhaps. It's so difficult to measure where that Red Bull actually is, because Max obviously makes the difference. But you look at Mercedes, you look at McLaren, you look at Ferrari, they have two drivers that kind of give you a very good idea of where that car is. Whereas with Max, obviously we've had loads of discussions in the past about the car being suited to him and the whatever, but then there's also arguments that Adrian Newey just created a car and Max said, okay, I'll deal with it. And it's a very hard car to adapt to. So maybe that further sort of seals Max's accomplishments. It certainly does in my eyes. I think Max is a phenomenal driver, and he has the tenacity as well to go to the absolute edges of the rules. So yeah, Max did drag that car very much to the World Championship. Couldn't drag it to P1 in the Constructors though. That's pretty much done. At Minoru79, Max Verstappen's going to win the World Championship. Hardly any emotion. Zhou Guanyu could finish in the points. Honestly, I was so locked into Zhou Guanyu's race, I genuinely don't think I looked at any other driver's race more than Zhou, because it actually looked like he might have scored a point, and he drove phenomenally well. And I believe there was a worldwide urge for Zhou to get to P10 and actually stay there. But alas, it didn't happen. At Darren7615364446, Red Bull bringing the wrong wing. Scissors. I do love it, right? The stories heading into the weekend. Red Bull have brought the wrong wing. They're losing 0.7 a second down the straight. Everyone's jumped. Oh my God, it's over. Red Bull, yeah, they're going to be horrendous. Can't believe it. And I also love the wording of the story in itself, that they brought the wrong wing, as if like Steve has just picked up the wrong one on the countertop and gone, that's the one, we'll pack that. Not that, we don't need that one. Not quite how it unfolded, but still they made it work, and it wasn't a disaster because Max Verstappen is champion of the world. Honourable mentions. Right, we're into honourable mentions now where, yes, it's dynamic, it's fluid, it's exciting. Let's start with Jade75. Williams mechanics getting ready for each race. You've got to feel for the Williams mechanics. It has been an absolute stinker of a month, 2 months of just crashes. And fair play to them, right? I bet they are praying for the end of the season at this point. They're not really in the fight in the Constructors. And as much as they've shown some good pace this year, it's just not been enough. 9th place in the Constructors is pretty much done and dusted for them unless they get a cheeky 1-2, which, look, Alpine showed that it's possible in Brazil. Probably not going to happen in Qatar or Abu Dhabi. Not likely to rain. But yeah, the Williams team, just in general, fair play to them. They've had to weather quite a few storms. At Sith Sauron, Gasly DNF'd is going to lose his 0% cost record. Panic. But it's only his engine. He didn't crash. Calm. There's a hole in the side of his car. When do you ever see the cameraman zoom in on the damaged part of the car? Like, we could have all just lived in harmony knowing that Gasly still has a 0% damage record. But no, the car had to give up on him, which is just savage, because Gasly was on for a record that who knows when that last happened. I know that it's only been recently that we've been clocking, or social media been clocking, the Destructors Championship. But yeah, sad for Gasly. He started 3rd. What a disaster. At JoeGoat6p, Russell doing the T. I love, and also, by the way, that's got Traditions with the T, as that's just absolutely fantastic memeing. I love the fact that that is his celebration. Coming from a meme in an F1 intro, he's now like, no, that is now my celebration. And I think it's a worldwide acceptance that it is a decent celebration. I like it. The cheers usually come out for George for that. And what a drive once again from Mr. Russell, showing that he may well be able to fly that flag as first driver at Mercedes next year. I think so. He's going to have to tame Kimi Antonelli to make sure he doesn't crash every time. That is a leadership role that George is going to have to take. But with drives and seasons like this, Merc are in pretty safe hands, I'd say. At Nasty BMV, Alpine. Forgetting Esteban Ocon, as mentioned earlier. Obviously, Sainz had that chaos. Ocon, box. Esteban come into the pits opposite to Hulkenberg, he was told. So he does the opposite to Hulkenberg, comes down the pits. Oh, there's no one here. And another one to go with this at Just Nafid. Ocon driving past the pit box like... Oh, I love this meme template so much. Although it's probably fair to say that Alpine weren't even looking at him because they weren't there. What were they doing? The strategy call was made. Alpine were just like, Matt's given us biggest flop this week. There's no point even trying. At Minoru79, McLaren today. Little shout out to Zamboni there as well on the front, who is a loyal Twitch viewer. So big shout out to you, Zamboni. But McLaren just, I mean, to be fair, those are quite cold conditions in that picture. So doesn't work. I fully expect Qatar, they're going to be blisteringly fast and they will not be, what is that even? Is it like an ice cleaning machine? I don't know, but either or, I think that was a one-off. At Mr. Bear 15, me trying to watch every overtake this race be like, let's not try and forget, for those of you that are saying the race wasn't great, the first sort of 15, 20 laps, we had overtaking everywhere. Yeah, it did spread out a bit, fair enough, that's Formula One. But the first part of the race was brilliant. At Branko_tack, Hamilton congratulating Max and not the fans? What's happening here? I was fully expecting, and the reason I include this because I fully agree, is that when he said first I want to say, I was just sat back ready for great fans, the best fans, whatever it might have been. But no, it was a congratulation of Max. No mention of the fans. I don't even know how many fans went to the Las Vegas Grand Prix weekend. I'm sure numbers will hopefully be shown. I'd like to know, was it actually that busy? Did people buy the tickets for the prices that they were at to sit in cold conditions at 11 p.m. local time? We'll see. At Kaz Navarro, Max finding all the buttons in a Rolls Royce. I love just seeing the drivers in very normal situations doing normal human things where you're like, that's what I would probably do in that same situation, where he's just kind of trying to find out what on earth this Rolls Royce car actually does. Oh, there's a little table here. Oh, love it. Oh, these lights. It's brilliant. It humanises these brilliant athletes for us. Right, it's Tommy's tasty tweet time, Tommy, and it's time for you to tell us what's the tastiest thing you've seen on the internet this week.
Well, the tweet is from Michael Zhu, and it's this wonderful Williams tweet, has to be said. Keep Sargent, finish P9 with millions of damage, but as they go into in this meme, not quite all it seems, but Williams have done so well, and it's crazy to think they are actually going to finish potentially ninth after all this and still have all the damage. You've got to feel sorry for all those mechanics that had to go through it all over again this weekend. It was gutting.
Yeah, I bet they are absolutely longing for the end of the season to just have some rest. But I guess in some ways, when you look at it on paper, P9, a lot of damage, but at least they've unearthed an amazing potential talent in Colapinto, right? It's not all been for nothing.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's still the right move, despite everything, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Tommy. Enjoy your copy of F1 24. Not you, Tommy, the winner. And we'll see you soon. Bye, Tommy, the version of Tommy and Tommy's Tasty Tweet that I only see now. Bye. Right, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in to the funniest tweets to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Use hashtag P1 if you want to get involved for the final 2 races of the season. It's been good fun as always. Thank you so much for getting involved. Big shout out to EA as well. And we will see you in a week's time. We're back for Qatar for the penultimate race of the season. I'm sure it'll be a banger. See you soon. Bye.